Hello from Seoul? Let me guess, you decided to make some Korean food at home and bought this lovely gochujang. But you don't know what to do with it, so it's waiting for its expiration date in the back of your fridge, right? Right? Anyway, if this is you, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna let your gochujang die in your fridge. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. The first one is Gamja Jorim, Korean style braised potatoes. Normally, it is made with soy sauce, but if it's made with gochujang, it's gonna be totally different and delicious. For this, you will need potato, green onion, garlic, and some shishito peppers. Here, some people might say, I can't get the shishito peppers. Don't worry about it. As long as you have potatoes and gochujang, you can still make it delicious. So don't you ever skip this recipe. First of all, let's start with potatoes. Cut 3 potatoes into nice bite-sized pieces. It doesn't really matter how you cut these, but don't cut them too thin or too small. If you don't listen to me and you end up with something like porridge, I'm not responsible. Once that's done, soak them in cold water. This is gonna help remove the excess starch, so they will taste light and clean. While they're having fun in the pool, let's prep our vegetables. First, chop some green onions into small pieces. Next, take 5 cloves of garlic and cut them in half. If you worry about your big day tonight, don't worry, you can skip it. I totally understand. Lastly, shishito peppers. Cut them in half or nice bite-sized pieces. Here, some people might say, Aaron, are you trying to kill me? That's too much. But the truth is, these bad boys are mainly for color and give it an amazing fragrance. So don't worry about it. I'm not some kind of evil who's trying to kill you or anything. This time, let's make the sauce. In a small container, add 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of gochujang, Korean chili paste, 1 tablespoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, half a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, a few shakes of black pepper, and give it a good mix. That's it. So simple, right? Now let's get cooking. Place your wok over medium heat and add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Once it gets nice and hot, add in your garlic, potatoes, and cook for about 5 minutes. Instead of just braising, if you sear them first like this, it's gonna add more depth of flavor and the potatoes will look a lot more beautiful. Trust me, you'll get a much better result. Once they start to go kind of light golden brown, pour the sauce you made and give it a good stir for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then add 1 cup of water and bring it to a simmer over medium-high heat for about 7 minutes. Once they're cooked through, turn the heat off and add half a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, shishito peppers, green onions, and give it a good stir. Now, all you need to do is just transfer it to a serving plate and finish it off with some toasted sesame seeds. That's it. You wanna know how it tastes? Alright, let's call our taste tester. Claire.
오, 감자조림. It looks super red and super delicious. Let's give it a try. 어떤 놈으로 골라야 되나? Ready? 역시 감자는 이렇게 따끈따끈할 때 먹어야지 제맛이야. 포근포근하니 너무 맛있다. 그리고 이 소스 말이야, 고추장에서 오는 그 감칠맛이 어마무시하다. 오, 맛있어. This time I wanna try with shishito peppers. Sometimes you may get an alien, which is too spicy. So hopefully I don't get an alien. Let's see! With potatoes and shishito peppers. 내가 에얼리언 걸렸는지 안 걸렸는지 내 표정으로 한번 봐봐. 알아맞혀봐. Ready? What do you think? 은근히 맵네. 근데 일단 아삭아삭하니 너무 맛있네. 부드러운 감자랑 이 아삭한 고추가 식감이 대비돼서 너무 재밌네. 맛있다. 이제 여기다 밥만 있으면 되겠네. 반찬이잖아. Bring some rice.
Since we had some side dishes, we should have some rice too, right? So this time, let's make some super simple fried rice with this gochujang. It is so simple and easy to put together. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be your new favorite weeknight dinner. For this, you will need a bowl of cooked rice, ground beef, and green onion. No beef in the fridge, but you have some chicken or pork, then go ahead and use that. No problem at all. But when the fat meets gochujang, it becomes much more flavorful, so I do recommend some fatty parts. Trust me, you're gonna be more delicious fried rice. First of all, let's chop some green onions. Besides this green onion, if there's any other vegetables you might wanna add to this, you're welcome to use them. But if you add too much, the liquid from the vegetables can wet your fried rice. So don't be too greedy. Next, let's make the sauce. In a small container, add 1 tablespoon of gochujang, half a tablespoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, half a tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, a generous pinch of sugar, half a tablespoon of minced garlic, and mix it. Couldn't be any easier, right? Now get your pan over medium-high heat and add 1 tablespoon of oil. Once it gets nice and hot, add in your green onions and make some green onion oil for about 1 minute. Once your kitchen is filled with an amazing aroma, add 100 grams of ground beef, a pinch of salt, and a few shakes of black pepper. Here, make sure to break up the beef and give it enough time to cook through, because that way you can bring out all the umami flavors, and that's gonna take it to the next level. When the beef is nicely browned, increase the heat to high, add 1 cup of cooked rice, the sauce you made, and stir fry for about 2 minutes. That's it, so simple, right? Once everything is nice and coated, turn the heat off and add 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil and mix it all together. Now let's transfer it to a serving plate and finish it off with a fried egg, some salad mix, and some sesame seeds. Alright, it's done. Let's see how it tastes.
Claire,
Ooh, so gorgeous. I just love the colors. Green, red, yellow. Let's taste it. 뭔가 육향이 엄청 가득할 것 같다. 오, 중간중간 소고기가 있는 게 예쁘군. Cheers! 맛있다. 내가 예상했던 대로 정말 육향 한가득 입안에 샥 들어오는 게 그 느낌이 너무 좋네. 고추장이랑 소고기랑 궁합이 너무 좋다. 맛있다. 그리고 난 항상 이런 식으로 볶음밥 할 때 자기가 약간의 그 샐러드 믹스를 좀 곁들여 주잖아. 그게 너무 좋은 것 같아. 약간은 그 느끼할 수 있는 그 부분을 싹 잘 잡아줘. 깔끔해 너무. 너무 맛있다. Let's try with egg. You can't miss the yolk. 요 부분. Made a good bite. Ready? Yes, you can't miss it.
Since we had some rice, we gotta try some noodles too, right? So this time, let's make some gochujang stir-fried noodles. I think it's even easier than making fried rice, so you can get excited. For this, you will need some udon noodles, ground pork, and some green onions. Not that many ingredients, right? First, let's start with the sauce. In a small container, add 1 tablespoon of gochujang, half a tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, half a tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of water, and give it a good mix until it's thoroughly combined. Alright, we're set. Let's get cooking. Put half a tablespoon of chili oil in a wok and place it over medium-high heat. For information, if you can't handle spicy food so much, you can just use regular cooking oil. No problem at all. Once the pan is heated, stir in some chopped green onions, 100 grams of ground pork, a pinch of salt and pepper, and let it cook for about 1 to 2 minutes. Since I wanted to show you how simple it is, I'm only using pork here. But if there's any other vegetables or seafood you want to add, feel free to do so. Trust me, you'll meet the more fancy and nutritious noodles at the end. So yeah, make your own style and surprise me on Instagram. When the pork is cooked through, add in your cooked noodles and pour the sauce we made. Now, all you need to do is just stir fry everything together for about 1 to 2 minutes. And when the noodles are nicely coated with the sauce, remove them from the wok and finish it off with a little bit of salad mix and toasted sesame seeds. That's it. Couldn't be any easier, right? The taste? Don't worry about it. Let's go to our taste tester.
Claire,
확실히 고추장 특집답게 색깔이 아주 강렬하구만. I love it. 우후. Oh my gosh. 이거지. Ready? 고추장이 주는 그 매력이 있어. 면이 엄청 쫄깃쫄깃해가지고 꼭 떡볶이 떡인데 긴 떡볶이 떡 먹는 그런 느낌? 엄청 쫄깃쫄깃 맛있다. 와 근데 이거 소스 상당히 매운데? 그러니까 이렇게 하는 순간 입술이 좀 여기가 좀 맵네. 매운 거 못 먹는 사람들 조금 힘들 수 있겠다. 맛있다 근데 너무 맛있어.
Lastly, let's make a gochujang chicken rice bowl. If there's awesomely good teriyaki chicken in Japan, this would be like a Korean version. For this, you will need chicken, a bowl of hot rice, and some perilla leaves. What? You can get these perilla leaves? Because there's no Korean grocery store near your place? Then just replace it with cilantro. Do not pick the leaves from random trees. They're not from random trees. First, let's start with some perilla leaves. Get 2 or 3 perilla leaves and just simply roll them and slice them up. This way, you will get more beautiful presentation. Next, let's move on to the sauce. In a small container, put 2 tablespoons of gochujang, 1 tablespoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of mirin, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and give it a good mix. Now the sauce is done. Let's prep the chicken. Here, I've got 500 grams of boneless chicken thighs with the skin on. Yes, I do recommend you leave the skin on, but please trim off any excess fat because that way you can enjoy more of a clean taste. And if it's possible, try to make an even thickness so they cook evenly in the pan. Once that's done, season both sides with salt and pepper. That's it. What? We don't need to marinate them? Well, that's a really good way to make them taste good. But we're gonna pan fry them today, so if we marinate them, they can burn quite easily. So we're gonna skip that part. But if you really wanna marinate them, then I suggest using oven. That's gonna be fantastic too. Now we could just pan fry them, but to make it a little bit more fancy, let's coat them with some potato starch. This is gonna give us a nice crispy skin and it's gonna help it absorb more of the sauce. I know it's a bit annoying, but trust me, it will be so worth it. What? No potato starch? That's okay, then try with some cornstarch. No problem at all. Alright, our chicken is ready to go. Get your pan over medium-low heat and add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Once it gets nice and hot, place your chicken skin side down. And once they turn light golden brown, flip and let them cook on the other side. You worry about your chicken being undercooked? Don't worry about it. Just cover the lid. Problem solved. Once you've got good color on both sides and they're cooked through, reduce the heat to low and generously brush with our sauce. The fat from the chicken meets this lovely gochujang sauce. This is gonna taste like heaven. Once they get nice and charred, remove from the pan and let them rest for a minute. And then slice them into nice bite-sized pieces. After that, put some rice in a bowl and top it up with our beautifully cooked chicken and some perilla leaves. Alright, it's done. Let's go to our taste tester.
Claire?
내가 좋아하는 덮밥 스타일이네. 되게 먹음직스럽다. Check out this one, guys. 자, 메인 주인공이 보여야 되니까 잠시 저리 가시고. 통통하니 어떤 면성이에요? Perilla leaves. 기가 막히네. 겉은 엄청 바삭한데 그 바삭한 크러스트가 그 맛있는 소스를 쫙 흡수해가지고 너무 맛있다. 그리고 그 소스가 그 향긋한 깻잎이랑 너무 잘 어울려. 생긴 거는 무슨 사람 하나 죽일 정도로 엄청 매워 보였거든? 근데 전혀 그렇지 않고 사람들이 딱 좋아할 정도의 맵기인 것 같아. 너무 괜찮다. 맛있다. You know what? I'm gonna save my words. It's just so delicious. See? You should give it a try.
Today, I showed you 4 quick and easy delicious meals that you can make with your gochujang. How was it? They're all amazing, right? From now on, you don't have to worry about your gochujang playing around in the back of your fridge. So what are you doing? Go grab your apron. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.